listen to this stuff, and I know what is just seriously needed in this country, and so do you. There's so many things that are needed. We're not going to take any more of the speech. You know what's being said. You know how it's being said, and you know how far it's going to go. I get a lot of, well, not so much anymore, but over the years, a lot of flack for being an absolute cynic regarding the political, not just the political system, but people involved in politics. And of course, it's gotten worse with the Supreme Court rulings that, first of all, gave the presidency to someone who didn't win the election. And secondly, with two rulings, made it very clear that money talks and political aspirations walk. That's one way to put it. So when I hear Obama, some of the stuff I hear him say, I just wonder how in touch with the real world he really is. And of course, the quick answer is not at all. I don't think anybody who becomes president of the United States, I don't care what party they're from, can maintain that that tie to the real world. I don't think that the senators or representatives can either. I mean, they, for the most part, what is the percentage of members of Congress, both houses, who are millionaires or tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars? What's the percentage? It is so out of whack with the rest of the population. But, okay, so we gave it 50 minutes of listening to what Mr. Obama had to say. And first of all, none of it is going to come to fruition. None of it. Secondly, he brags about the fact that we are now no longer dependent on foreign oil. That's a phrase the Republicans are going to have to lose. Foreign oil. That's spelled F-O-R-N-O-I-L. Foreign oil. We're no longer dependent on foreign oil. No, we're not. And that's because we are fracking and drilling and breaking and smashing and just every place in the United States. So all of a sudden, we're the number one contributor now to global warming. Is that what that means? We're number two in oil exports. We're number two, soon to be number one. Is that something to be proud of? I'm not going to listen to the rest of the speech. You can if you like, but I heard nothing about the horrors of the Trans-Pacific Partnership or some of these trade agreements. This is what I mean about Mr. Obama seems not to, or any president, seems not to have any contact with the real world. None whatsoever. Because the real world, for me, the real world would be ending all wars, and the first way to do that would bring American troops home, close all of our foreign bases. I read a piece online today in The Nation, I might share it with you later in the week, about how many countries our special forces are operating in. You know, all the various special forces, whether it's the SEALs or whoever the rest of the groups are. I don't even know anymore. I really don't care. And there's no reason to care. What are you going to gain if you care? Huh? But all over the planet, you know, U.S. Special Forces are destabilizing, blowing up, killing, attacking, and you and I will never know about it. I don't know how the nation found out about it, I guess from doing a lot of research. But anyway, I listened to these States of the Union speeches, and they're great political campaign speeches. And as some of the pundits have pointed out, the really high-priced pundits have pointed out, you know, he's setting the stage for the for the Democrats. Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter, but he's setting the stage for the Democrats. What he's laying out here is what is essentially to be the Democratic platform for 2016, whether it's for senators, representatives, or the presidency. And that's what classifies it 100% as a political speech. It's not the State of the Union. And yeah, there's some jobs coming back, but I mean, how many times do we have to read about the 1% in this country, on this planet? I think it's this year, the 1% will control, uh, was it 80 or 800 individuals will control more wealth than the bottom 3.5 billion people on Earth. Here in the United States, we know what the economic disparity is. We don't have to. Okay, people have jobs. Sure, doing what? Waiting tables, working as baristas. I don't know. But the jobs that are high-paying jobs usually go to people from other countries who come here. They come here to study. They get their PhDs, or they've gotten the PhD someplace else, and through special dispensations are allowed to come work in this country, which takes the job away from an American candidate. I mean, it just goes on and on. I can't. I just can't get into these State of the Union speeches anymore.